like she's like tears down her eyes and everything.
I
just thought it was funny.
We are beginning now with this recording for posterity.
You know, you don't have to wait for me why it takes so long. You can just take me there.
But we want to. See, she waited till that was recording to say that.
Exactly.
Oh, well, that's. You are a problem.
Last time on, boy Shauna waited in her jail cell patiently while everyone else fought and murdered.
The barbarian took the peaceful route.
She had a good time.
Just want to clarify that I didn't actually kill even one person that entire time we were in there.
Hey, there you go. I just thought it was funny because the entire time I had been planning on the lady showing up and just letting you guys go.
That's players for you.
Seriously?
But
I said the forethought.
either way, you escaped and made your way back up to the surface, and you found yourself in a familiar place. Close to the beginning of the campaign, you guys rescued a forlorn Zorn and gave him gainful employment. And you find yourself now within the mine owned by Mr. Coinbottom. You exit the door, and you actually are greeted by said Zorn, which says,
Hello! Long time no see.
I've never seen you before. I'm just kidding.
It was like a month and a half ago.
I'm just messing with you.
I haven't seen this person, though.
Nope.
She's new, so is he.
Oh, I didn't see you there, sneaking around back there.
Also our young elf companion.
It was
Oh,
an
yeah.
accident.
Adopted.
oh yeah,
Boy,
you didn't even give him a name.
Was it an
Pause.
accident?
We all get to name him.
Loading.
That's what happens when new things come, right? We get to name him. Oh, Tiny Tim. Can we name him Tiny
Talk to
Tim?
her about that. I'm so sorry. Let me give us some.
No Tiny Tim.
Bear with me. He has a name. I spent years preparing this thing.
I love you. Go play with your friends.
That was so good, thank you.
You're welcome. I have more buns. They just need to be toasted. I bought two.
Let's
16
see.
pack or two 12
Yes.
because I knew we were going to go through
The
this.
sickly one. Molgath is his name.
Molgath. M-O-L or M-U-L?
Molgath. Molgath.
You said he's sick. Are you putting that in the
Yes.
Discord?
Yeah. Yeah. He hasn't said anything. He looks nervous.
Well, he would look dead if not nervous.
I'm picturing a sickly Anakin. Young Anakin.
Knew it. See? I saved the chosen one.
Where is he?
So, what are you guys doing back here?
Well, we answered the question that we were dying to know this whole time, which is, what's behind door number 1?
Oh,
Oh my god.
I could have told you that. It's a bunch of dark elves.
Yeah. Speaking of, we adopted one.
Waves one of its like arm tentacle things at him.
What's his name again?
Malgath has an arm tentacle?
Molgath
Or God.
does not have an arm tentacle, but Zorn has an arm tentacle.
Oh.
And 3 eyes. And a mouth. Matter of fact, I've got a mini for him over there.
Well,
Mouth
get
on
him.
top of his head.
Get it.
Well, I don't think we're going to be interacting with him very long.
Unless you guys want to attack him or something.
No.
Well, you
got
better check with Vance. Because Vance is like,
No.
ha!
So this is
Oh,
what he
it's
looks
too
like.
tough.
So, Zorn, how has employment treated you?
Oh, it's been good. All the gold and diamonds and gems and whatnot that a Zorn like me could eat. I've gained a few pounds.
You look well.
He does look well.
Has Mr. Coinbottom kept his end of the deal?
Yes, he's been very honorable in this fact. But between you and me, I think it's also because I've made him insanely wealthy.
honest man, honest, so to speak.
Hey, as they say, a rising tide destroys all villages along the coast.
I've never heard that saying. But it sounds wise. I've never actually seen the ocean.
You're a very funny fellow.
Thanks. Well, I'll escort you out of the mine should you desire to depart.
Please.
Alright, and so he goes on all three of his weird little legs, and you guys follow him around. And for the first time in how long were you guys down there? Like 2 weeks, week and a half? Seems like the first time in forever you guys see sunlight and feel it upon your skin.
I'll take my helmet off.
Yeah, he's full hard.
Behind you.
Now you have to wear the thing.
Just remember that your face is known around here.
Yeah, but it's no longer wanted, so.
And we're not in the town yet, so it's fine. I'm just saying.
Actually, at this point in time, you'll actually see that there is the little command area that you guys visited this last time. You actually see Mr. Coinbottom is over there, discussing business and giving some orders to some of the overseers of the mine. He's talking about expanding the mine. And then all of a sudden he catches you guys walking out of the mine and he says, "Whoa!" What would he say? Ah, it's good to see you again.
Hello, Mr. Coinbottom.
Ah, yes. How has business treated you lately?
Oh, fair. We're all still alive.
That's good.
Well, not all.
I do. It does seem like you are missing one. You've gained a couple, but yes, net gain, as they say.
Yes. You win some, you lose some.
Yes.
We spent some time in the Shadowfell. Unpleasant place. The other side of that door has dark elves, if you didn't know. Very cranky.
Also, the
I
open
did not know that.
Also, the open pit apparently is another way down to the Underdark. So,
We usually just throw refuse down there.
probably keeps things from coming back up.
Maybe we should throw more refuse down there. Well.
So, Mr. Cornbottom, last time we parted, you told us to look you up if ever we were in town in case you ever had need of our services again. Is business good, or is there anything we can do for you?
Business has been pretty good.
This mine has definitely been very, very profitable lately. It's allowed me to actually expand my business ventures in many different sectors. So I don't really have need of your services at this time, but if I ever do, I'll be able to find you pretty easily, I think.
Fair enough. We haven't been this way in a while. Can you do us a favor? Can you give us an update on the status of the town, particularly how things are with the current Baron?
Ah, yes. Things are going well. You see, he's actually been rather favorable to our organization lately. Because of this, it's also allowed me to expand my business without too many hurdles, you see.
Is Mr. Coinbottom wearing a top hat?
That's what I was just wondering.
He is wearing a top hat.
Huh.
You guys didn't really realize much about the top hat, so I'm just going to take one or two. When you met him, did you?
I think I shall also take.
I don't have a top hat with my character.
Oh, sorry.
No.
Not for that's the same style of top hat.
Well, they all have like slightly different styles, but Mr. Coinbottom's top hat is
Very fine.
very
The
fine.
top is
I would expect so.
the top is top hat.
He isn't like super well dressed like the leader of the top hats you guys met in Anvillion. He's got more of a rugged business look to him, but also in some ways even more wealthy looking. Like he's got just random bits of gold that really don't even need to be gold, like pockets that are just like golden and random.
Mr. Quinbottom, we have some regrettable news for you regarding members of your organization.
Oh,
Now that you brought that to our attention. In Anvillion,
Anvillion? Ah, yes, Anvillion to the north.
we were there not so long ago. It was actually how we ended up in the Shadowfell. Actually, I'm curious to see what the state of the town is now, because for a time it was swallowed in a bubble of evil per last shadow.
Ah, yes. I'm actually quite aware of things that are going on up there. I have a certain interest in something up there. Yes, for quite a while, the town was, as you said, swallowed within some sort of thing that nobody could get into without dying. Or at least we think that. I mean, you guys were there, you probably know more about it, but yeah, the town's actually been returned. People right now are scouting out the town and are finding that it's quite safe.
Were any of the villagers returned?
There was a pile of them. They weren't alive.
That was what I was afraid of. That was our
That's usually how
exposure as well.
people end up in piles.
Yes. But
Only for fun do alive people end up in piles.
property's cheap up there, though.
Dog.
So
Your
Yes,
your
and then it
associates
usually doesn't
in that
last.
area that we did encounter while in the Shadowfell, and we can report that they
Usually it doesn't last
did
long
not
enough
survive.
for anyone to find the pile.
that was assumed. We didn't know for sure, of course, but
Also, certain properties owned by your organization up there were destroyed per se. Don't know if you.
which properties?
I don't know if it's our place to speak of it. Even I'm not sure how even information is spread within the organization. We did agree not to divulge too much about that. Can't remember if that was supposed to be just you not telling them outside the organization about the work. Oh well, you'll figure it out.
All right.
If while in your ventures up there you come across the rider who accompanied us, Howard, we couldn't find him among the bodies, so any news of his fate would be appreciated.
Ah, yes, a peculiar fellow. Haven't seen him, but I'll keep my eyes open.
Thank you.
I definitely understand the value of knowledge, so I understand you're not willing to divulge too much, without a price, of course.
Price.
Well, we are the ones who returned the land from the Shadowfell to the material world.
This is true.
Well, that's why we went to the Shadowfell, was to recover the town and hopefully rescue the people. Sadly, we were only half successful.
Ah. Well, the powers that be will probably be interested in that fact. You are the ones who were able to return an entire town that had gone missing. That's quite a valuable thing indeed.
Yes.
I'll do you the favor of passing on that information.
Thank you. I like platinum and gold. It's pertinent.
Ah, well. We'll see what happens.
We're down.
Or not. Oh,
Don't fail out.
There's some people torn up. We're trapped.
I keep meaning to add another doorknob to the other half of it, but
There's always something that haven't.
yeah.
You can just be like eggs to help it not slide back out.
One-
Sounds simple.
Someday.
Just want to legit lock it first.
Ah. Well, it's always good to see past business partners. Could I perhaps set you up at the inn in Wolfenheim for the night?
oh, please. It's right over there.
Could I ask
Yes,
a
it is.
question? You seem to be a very important person in town.
Well, he pats his slightly larger belly. He says, well, power grows and fades, but it seems that I have been on the rise lately.
How are you sleeping?
Sleeping?
Yes. Any weird dreams?
I haven't had any particularly odd dreams. Usually they involve swimming in giant pools of money.
She wants an insight check.
Okay.
Speaking of dreams, I remembered this and then I forgot this. I haven't really talked about the book for a while.
He 100% believes what he's saying.
Oh, you rolled it? Because, let's see, I think I got like a 19 on insight. Yes, 19 on insight. So he totally believes what he's saying.
So his belief influences your belief that he's telling the truth.
Yes. Okay.
What is that?
I don't suppose you've met with anyone who has considered themselves inspired in some way.
I do a lot of business, and oftentimes there's a lot of people I do business with who are very confident in themselves.
No, but literally, like, that as a noun.
I haven't heard that title anywhere, no.
Okay. Insight check. Oh, much worse. 7.
You sense that maybe he might be withholding some info, but for the most part, he seems to be telling the truth.
Okay.
It wasn't until this moment that I realized that it was a titled position.
The mysterious ways of Weishana.
What was your group of people called again?
The Kalishtar.
That was not. I keep seeing a name come up when it's popping up when I'm looking up stuff. Shatterkai.
Shatterkai?
This is talking to you, not to
Oh,
me.
hey, Sean.
Sorry, what did you say that the name of your people was again?
The Shadar Kai, aren't they Shadowfell Elf?
Oh, I don't know.
Probably.
I believe
Probably just
that.
a term he picked up down there, you know.
Yeah.
Say, I'm not familiar with this people. Do they do trading around here that I should know about, perhaps?
No,
What did you say they're called again?
I didn't. And she's gonna walk away.
If you would like, we did recover a young drow elf.
In need of employment.
He does need employment, though he does not have his right of freedom.
Ah,
Yet.
Good thing he brought this up when after she walked away.
He speaks Undercommon and would potentially open up trade routes with the Underdark and the Drow.
Now that is an interesting proposition. Consider for a moment.
well, if you don't want him, I'll take him off your hands.
Clarify. You've still been keeping your agreement to not use slaves in your employment, right?
Ah, yes, in this mine I have not used a single slave. All paid servants only. I've actually found that it's increased profitability. They seem to work harder when you give them pay. Even as meager as the pay I give them, but it's enough for them and they make enough for me.
Well, you're welcome to him for a small finder's fee.
Ah, always the bargaining. Yeah, bargainer, you fellows, you.
That was 25,000. Sound.
Copper pieces?
Was that 250 gold? Sure.
All right.
And he, let's see, do we have 250 gold on him? Yes. He reaches into his bottom pockets and pulls out 250 and hands it to you. Cool. In the form of gold bricks.
Now I'm really curious to see what you're gonna pay me, the person who rescued this child.
Welcome.
Happy birthday, mother, says Cody.
Fine.
My happy birthday, mother, says hello.
Oh, so I see.
Nope, you are.
I'll call her.
I'll split it with you for negotiating.
Okay.
Sure.
keep
Oh
that
my
secret.
gosh! I thought we were video chatting because I saw some dude in the corner, and that dude is you. I feel so stupid now. He did not marry me for my smarts.
He is chatting.
That's
I
good.
mean, you're not completely wrong.
Cool.
We may or may not have just sold the kid into slavery.
Seriously, I was gone 5 minutes.
It doesn't take long.
I don't. The implication was that he wouldn't be a slave, but
Why did you
Coinbot
sell him?
also
He
was
was
very
a free
careful to say that you
person.
didn't use slaves inside the mine.
You?
It's the paladin.
I didn't see.
Pretty sure that's what my guy did too. Points.
It was a
Boy, Shauna had walked
look,
off.
It was just an employment service placement fee.
Of course, Voishana would.
She walked off, and then he's
I
like,
was
"We
gone-
got this person here."
I was gone 5 minutes,
They're-
and this poor
they
kid
don't
gets
have a
sold
ri-
into slavery.
If he had even a shred of muscle on him, I would have considered letting him carry my stuff. But
Are you kidding? It's such an honor to carry your treasures. Oh my
I'll
gosh.
carry your treasure.
I'll carry your gold.
he was described as weak, or feeble, and sickly.
We
so
could have at least taken him to a town and had a family take him.
Yeah,
Not
well, we did
selling
bring
us-
him to a town.
Coin bottom is his family
Close.
now. And he'll have a chance to negotiate with his own.
Yeah, he'll actually have a chance to interact. So what you missed, Emily, is we did propose that Coinbottom could use him to open up trade
What's up, Z?
between the drow.
I wanted to ask you specifically.
Yes.
Can we have cookies?
Yes, you can. There's a plate of cookies on top of the big box of cookies that you guys can have. And then when that's empty, let me know.
Cierra la puerta, hija.
That candy up there, is that for all the kids
Have
or
we
just your
long rested?
kids or the candy
The
upstairs?
Kit Kats, I figured Autumn could share, but that's the candy she wanted.
We have
Okay, I
not
just
long
wanted to
rested.
make
So
sure
you can share it.
Okay.
I don't think
Because
so.
I
No.
told my kids they
Not
weren't allowed to
since
touch
the
it until you said
Elevator
something.
from
Because I didn't know it was like sharing.
No.
How possessive she'll be of it.
Happily is what it was.
Well, I mean, he's the long
She is
rested.
short.
Sorry, she's the long rested.
Oh,
But
I guess the
I don't
elevator
think
was
it's
from the Underdark.
Did you just call
It
me
was a
Emily?
citadel that tied the Underdark to the Shadowfell.
Coin bottom did say he'd put us up in the end.
Do you need me to drive you over there?
yes.
I think it's gonna be outside.
And now I have to
You
pull up
guys
the
don't
end.
get some money
Right
to tell
outside
you.
it's raining.
Oh my gosh,
Look at this bill.
you guys are going.
It's
You know,
gonna protect our items a lot.
you know, get your ass over there. Get out.
Well, I actually had a couple good spells because I traded out one of my other ones, which reminded me of
I
level
can
up.
prepare one more spell.
I learned something that I didn't realize before when I chose Cure Wounds instead of Healing Word. Healing Word, not only is it ranged, which I knew, but it's bonus sash.
Yeah, that's why it's better.
So, do you guys have a preference for the inn that you wish to stay at? If you're looking for bland and always the same thing at every inn you go to, you can always go to the
Tilted Princess? Is that what it's called?
no, the shoot, what are they called? Give me a second.
Pit Stop?
Yes, the Pit Stop Inn. They're all the same.
You
The
said-
Tilted Princess is always a good time.
You said you would pay for a night at the inn?
Yeah.
Then we'll go to the finest.
Well, they're both about the same. I recommend the Tilted Princess then, if that's the case.
Sounds good to me. Need to
I remember now when you said it's right there.
put a green on.
Right. I
Ring
forgot
of
about that.
invisibility.
If I put that on in the Shadowfell, could I have seen the inn?
Yeah.
I mean, you still have to be within range of seeing it, right?
It's a ginormous, like, glowing arrow. You could probably see that
Oh,
thing
like
from,
inside
like,
once we got to the town area.
No, like if I put it on in the Underdark and like look in the direction, oh, I see there.
yeah,
Like through walls and stuff.
it's like an opaque arrow. So had you put it on down there, you would have seen it like right above you, really far up.
Because it's directly above the fortress. That makes sense. Yeah, that's interesting.
Well, to the inn. I'm tired.
All right. So yeah, y'all
Holes in me.
retire to the Tilted Princess. The inn is quite lively. There is a bard playing on his Jew harp, and there's some dancers, and there's lots of people drinking and singing and just having a good time.
It's good to be back.
Boy, Shauna will be participating in the dancing. Not bad today. Coming in at, I believe, 17.
Actually, yeah, feeling pretty good. Can I gamble a little bit?
Sure.
I don't know how that works.
Yep.
17 for the performance.
That's pretty good. You show off some moves from your homeland that ain't nobody seen before, and you might have started a new trend just now. So as far as gambling goes,
I'm following behind him. Take a gander at what's going on.
there's rulings for how to go about it, but I think that it depends on the stakes you're willing to put out there.
I'm not looking for anything like extravagant.
Okay, just a little bit of gold.
I'm not going to go preferably cards because I am good with cards.
Why don't you just make a check of your choice related to gambling, either like performance or sleight of hand or persuasion?
We'll go with persuasion. That is an option on the table.
Go for it.
Or even probably deception would be even more.
Hey,
Like a game of
that makes
poker.
sense.
Yeah. Okay. I believe that automatically gets bumped up to a 10 because of my eloquence. Deception, persuasion. Actions. What are the? Silver tongue. Yeah, deception or persuasion. It's treated as a 10, so that's a 20.
Pretty good, pretty good. I'll say that you find a group of like-minded people. You're able to chat up a storm, and you make some fast friends. And they're loose with their money, and even looser with their drink. In the end, they get slobbering drunk and lose most of their hard-earned coin to you.
Is the drunken turtle with them?
There could be a turtle. I'll say there is a turtle.
Sorry, I
Turtle especially loses a lot of gold. If it's just small stakes, I don't think you'd get anything more than like 50 gold.
50 gold.
How much is it for a round of drinks for the guys?
A round of drinks for us.
If I
or for
remember
everybody?
right, it was like a full gold coin. They, give me a second, I'm going to pull up the actual hotel.
Man, adventurers get paid really good. Why aren't we just adventurers? Like, why don't we become adventurers?
You guys are adventurers.
No, like in,
Oh, in real life.
Oh, real
There's
life
no big
adventurers.
monsters that need to be slain.
Unfortunately, as I say,
They've all been slain.
also we're a little bit more
Bessie.
squishy in this world.
Best thing you can get
That
is
one kill is
corporate
pretty.
Quite bounce back from
CEOs.
There's no
losing all our
magic.
health.
It's a good idea, okay?
I mean, some things you could possibly do. It's just a matter of can you film it? Will people
That's
watch?
right.
You didn't have to go after that.
You
There
can
are
still be a
people-
con man and make money in this world.
There are people that do it.
There's two of
One
them.
sleight of
There's
hand
two
and steal
buns.
from
One of
people.
them is I just
Slavery
made
in
on the
some parts of the
toaster
world.
about 5 minutes ago. And one of them's been there for a minute.
You want to be the owner, not the slave, though.
And there's lots of grapes. Lots of
Well,
grapes.
we've done both. Actually, it turns out you can make money as a slave in
I'll
this
send you
world
a
too.
bag of grapes. I have like
As long as you have skills.
One of
bags
us, I
of grapes that I got today. So,
I haven't owned any slaves.
What do I
met in here.
You're right.
Humanity and history.
Sorry, you just tried to sell. So we didn't.
It's right there. Oh, you didn't.
Finder's fee.
That's right. It was an employment finder's fee. Business property.
Wolfenheim.
But it was a good suggestion too. You know. Honestly, sets the boy up to being a
Kill the princess.
can you throw me a paper towel?
Someone over here.
Alright. It's the whole gosh dang roll.
Alright, I didn't mean to make a thing out of this.
No, you're good. You're good. I was meaning to pull it up anyways.
Some sauce in your sandwich.
Let's see.
Can I persuade
Ah, yes, the Shamrock Shake.
I would die.
Strawberries and cream.
They still have a special going on the Shamrock Shake.
I remember the Shamrock Shake. That was delicious.
All 5 of them?
Hmm?
Actually, you bought 10.
Did I drink all 10?
I don't-
I'll say it's 1 gold coin for each Shamrock Shake.
I want 1. No, I want 2.
Oh my god.
Alrighty.
I'll buy a round of them for the guys that I was drinking or gambling with. So like 5 or 6 of them.
Everyone who gets one has to make a DC con save.
Why? What did you...
Do you not remember that these are
Yes,
really
I
strong
remember.
drinks?
Okay, I have a bad memory.
And if you do want to try something different, they also have Blue Draconic Ale.
I'll try that.
When you drink it, it causes a slightly electric
Wait, what
feeling
do
in
I
your
need?
mouth.
You said a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, if you're gonna drink one of the Shamrock Shakes.
I did have one at the end after I took all their money. I bought us all around a chase.
Dirty
Con
Johnny.
save?
You pass flying colors.
Constitution? How do we do a dex con? I don't
No,
understand.
Constitution saving throw.
Just do a
Go to
constitution.
saving throw and hit Constitution.
I got a...
So he, after winning all of this money, he stands on top of a table and he says, "Drinks for all my friends," and he goes to drink his, and he just falls over off the table.
Roll for damage.
He's down for the night. The innkeeper, the one with the one arm, comes over and drags you up the stairs, conks your head on each step.
That's a good innkeeper to take you and tuck you into bed.
Well, she probably had one.
Molly Rexon, the one-armed innkeeper, she has a magical arm. So
Can I get a few hit points back for passing?
sure, why not? Your dwarven constitution, you feel much better after drinking a little bit.
There is a feat you can take. It's actually like a drinking person
Oh, really?
bonus.
How many points?
Is it brown?
You've
It is.
donated
I think
plasma before, yes?
Yeah, I'm like, I don't
3 points left.
I'll do my wife.
I
Whew.
donated plasma today. And they put it in, and you're not supposed to bend your arm.
Well,
I'm
in
gonna
my
skip the
nose
festivities.
itch.
I'm gonna brush Frobus, take off his barding, and set him up in the stables. Go to bed.
Okay.
They ended up
Carl, do you mind opening the door and just putting that fan in here? It's getting a little hot, in my opinion. Yes, your night passes by uneventfully. Quite nice. Everyone else just has a really fantastic time at the inn. Festivities well into the night. Unless anyone...
Shauna wants an insight check to see if anybody looks out of place.
Yeah, I'm gonna go rest.
23.
No, everyone
Okay.
seems to belong. Yeah, so unless anything else is declared, you all have a wonderful night. Sleep quite well. It's a pretty good inn, so there's no bed bugs or were rats or anything. So yeah, you all awake nice and refreshed. And fully restored with hit points.
And leveled up.
Cody, can you help me?
Yes, and leveled up if y'all didn't do that.
Which one is it? Is it
Should be
Vexlar
level
the Fiend or
6.
Vexlar the Great
Total
Wolf?
level.
Huh?
Is it Vexlar the Fiend or Vexlar the Great Wolf one?
Great old one.
You should just
That's what I
delete.
was on in the
You should
night.
just delete the other ones. You don't.
This is true. I need to transfer some stuff over, but yes, I need to delete it. That's a good idea. You dying? Too much hot sauce.
Yeah, it was a little sweaty. Did you try some on yours?
I tried the hot sauce. I think it's great.
Where'd you get it?
What?
Okay.
What is it? Pepper wing sauce. Those mitts.
Missing your potion of petrification.
Oh, you need the level.
Oh, another thing. That's Chaos Sword that you got. I went back and reread my notes. It's actually, if you get a 1 or a 20 on a hit, it's 3 rolls on the magic, random magic table.
I forgot that.
So it actually causes way more chaos than I said last time.
Early in the morning, before everyone else gets up, I want to head to the market, and there's a apothecaries and like component shops for spells, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna buy some components.
All right. I'll say that you find them without too much trouble. You know, it's a fairly big city.
I'll head back to the inn.
You're able to spend just a couple gold, whatever they're worth to you. Unless
Go
it's
back,
something
Florida. You
major
can't go
like a
back to the animal place.
I'm gonna go up to Krishna's door.
What?
It's me,
Me who?
Martin. Will you open the door, please?
What do you want?
I have something for you.
Deception. Intimidation. Last time someone said that to me, it was really weird.
I promise I'll try not to make it weird.
Too late.
Go away from you, shut up.
Nature. Where's nature?
You must be sure.
Down in the Shadowfell, we really did encounter all manner of unpleasantness.
Yeah.
And if not for you, I would be there moldering with those top hats in the mind. So, I wanted to give you this.
I always like to bet.
It's a little pouch. You open it up, there's 300 gold pieces worth of diamonds inside.
Oh,
We don't have a wizard.
sweet. Thank you.
I owe you my life.
You're a
So I'm very grateful. Is there anything I can do for you?
Oh my gosh, I'm thinking of my other character. I'm so tired. Oh my god. Thank you so much. Oh,
Something help the party.
I was like thinking of my turtle.
You gotta pay the troll toll.
And you have to share. Did you say that?
Everyone gets a sip.
That is all. Thank you.
What do I use Arcanum for?
Things like to identify magic objects. If I find it's an arm, which we'll figure out.
Well,
What
yeah.
magic
I'm going to
You
go
guys-
to oranges to Frobus.
Frobus is enjoying the oranges
We
immensely.
don't have a wizard.
They're no longer blood oranges.
Having something
Yes, now that they're
Big
normal,
Arcanum
actually
is
good
helpful.
flavored oranges.
Perfect. That's what I'm doing.
So, something occurred to me. We were really intent on getting to Anvillion because Clouds really wanted to go to the school that was there. Now, is that where Sorrel's
Wenzel.
is that what his name is?
Outside.
He's there.
Yes.
So if he's there, we still probably want to go there. But we also have a lead on this necromancer in the north. Is that we're supposed to go and stop her and kill her if we have to? We'll try not to.
Yes, the angel lady. She told us not to kill her if we could avoid it.
She was also one of the people we were supposed to chase down. Or was someone else? Oh, it was one of Death's leads.
Yes.
So we need to have a conversation about where we want to go, but preferably not a long conversation.
Did you get a sandwich?
Here's the
Oh,
map.
you already ate it?
She's very hungry.
So I say we go south.
No judgment. What's
Dude,
your
I would
judgment?
love that. There's some really cool stuff down there.
Go meet up with our ugly homies.
Delicious.
Good old Chicand.
Mm-hmm. The only place we shouldn't go is back out on this peninsula forest of danger.
Hey, you guys had a good time there.
Yep, and we alive.
Well, we could make a third trip to Anvillion.
Go back down to the bottom.
No, let's go to Anvillion.
Yeah.
Back then, Lillian. Okay.
Well, we've never been both.
Well, that place.
Yeah. Yeah.
Back on the intent.
Are we stopping in church this time, or just kind of riding on through?
We'll only stop in church if we have to rescue that bishop again.
We were
I'm like waiting for the heat, but I don't think I put enough on for it to be hot. It tastes okay. I don't like those peppers.
All right. Well, does anyone else have any business in the town of Wolfenheim?
I recall.
No.
You know what? I'm gonna buy another pouch of diamonds for me, just in case.
Not wasting my money on a horse again.
All right. So yeah, you go to get your diamonds, and then you meet back up with the people at the inn. And unless there's anything else anyone else wants to do, I'll say you guys are in now.
I'm gonna go check us stores.
How many
for
diamonds?
Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of armorers in Warhammer.
Has the I guess I would have while we were in town, I would have checked the magic shops. Is there any different items?
I'll bother you again.
Not really. You know, there's a lot of like
So,
giant animal
put
like stuff.
intimidation and
Potions of growth.
history and intimidation. My history
If you're looking
was
for
a
something
six,
specific,
still
you
a
can
six.
probably find it.
Intimidation was a 3, and now it's a 6. But why is my history
How much
still
are the
a
potions
6?
of growth?
If I added it.
How much did I say they were last time?
I think they were 50.
I think there were 50 copper.
I think that's right, because they were super cheap. Copper,
you where you were.
50 gold pieces. I'll say that's fair.
Where did you do that?
If there were any health potions, I would have picked up 1 or 2. But I don't know if we bought them out last time.
History, intimidation. Well, my history before was a 6. My intimidation was a 3.
Well,
And
it says
then-
right
Yeah, I mean, if you want to pick up a couple of just standard potions of healing, they're each 50 gold.
I will do that.
This was supposed to be 17.
All right. Well,
I have potions of climbing.
6.
you guys are back together as a group now after doing your little shopping. You said you wanted some scale mail.
History
Yeah.
doesn't go up anymore?
Well, if you change history, then it's letter go to something else.
Oh, I need to get more sleeping
So,
drop. I'm pretty sure I'm out at this
history,
point.
'cause history is like
Yes, you're welcome to buy some.
It
Um,
already has your proficiency added.
You're welcome. So there are armorers that do sell scale mail. It's 50 GP gold piece.
I'm so confused. It's like
How much are the healing potions?
Your
50 gold pieces for just
because you
a.
have for
I do still have one greater one.
history. You also have
I will stock up on
and
top.
have the gold where you're.
How much did I say
adding
those
not just
sleeping gods were?
Your intelligence
remember.
modifier, but you're also adding your proficiency.
I'll say she's running a special. 25 gold pieces for a sleeping
why
god.
didn't it go up?
Pretty sure last time you
Intimidation
only
went up.
charged me a gold piece per one.
What was it?
I'm saying that to the
Intimidation
innkeeper, not to
went
you.
from a 3 to a 6.
Oh, right. Okay. You can have a few then.
Cheap over here. Yeah.
Your fingers quiver as you.
But
Yeah,
history,
it went to 6 because now it is you have proficiency. When on the other one it don't.
so if I change it, will I still have proficiency in history because I had it before?
As a rogue, you're pretty good at
Proficiency of history.
sleeping. You could steal some gold to pay for it, or potentially steal the
Right now
mail
you have
if you
proficiency.
want to, and are not morally
Even though I-
disinclined to do so.
See, this one I don't have
Can't
proficiency
find
in
anything else. I will find a shop that has the largest crowd.
Okay.
Okay.
And over there.
This is all so confusing.
Yeah, there is a. Which shop would have the largest crowd?
large crowd.
Want some money.
Your best place bet is to just go to the open marketplace. There's stalls all over and people shopping and doing their thing.
I'm not bustling about. But I want to try. Probably walk up to buy some people, not necessarily front side of these so-called people, and I check a couple pockets.
Alright, roll a slide.
Are you off by yourself?
I'm in the market area.
But by
By
yourself?
yourself?
Like-
Split from the party.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Not as early as he went. What would I end up with? What would I, what,
Slide again, so scroll over to the right. Should be near the bottom.
my hand, Dex +2.
There's a roller right here, so if you just press the number.
8 plus 2 is 10.
I'll say that you go to take some gold. You're able to successfully grab 2 gold pieces before the person kind of turns around and looks at you suspiciously. Sir, did you just grab my mouse?
I will say no. It was an accident. I was trying to see what all was going on over there.
Okay. Well, good day to you. We wander off. So yeah, do you want to try doing it again?
Oh, looking at some of my other options, I want to try. Sorry, my brain's going blank because I'm doing 2 things at once. No, it does not work.
The grapes are really good. What?
Thanks. Complimenting my grapes.
I got the grapes.
Oh. Well, thank you.
I was just saying the grapes were good. You should try some.
Heck, he has them on his plate. Very good.
I look for guys around me that kind of looks more, well off.
Yeah.
Appearance.
There's a man with a top hat and a cane. He's got a nice, fine black and white suit, just strolling down.
Don't try and pickpocket
He's got
him.
his chin up above the stench of the people.
Okay, well, I
Don't do it.
I go up to him and I ask, or not ask, well, I had this in my head. I'm trying to think of how to word it out loud. I want to try to tell him, or ask him if he can loan me any money to help my family.
Yeah, you approach the man and he looks at you and you say these words and he takes out a handkerchief and go away. And he continues with talking. You, in your looking around, you've noticed that the people here are kind of separated into classes. There's the rich, then there's the poor, and then there's the slaves. So yeah, this is one of the snooty rich. And he just kind of shuts you down.
How would I really use my persuasion
To get money out of him?
to get money out of this snooty rich guy?
You don't need money?
He's just trying to figure it. He's playing with the rules, trying to find.
Trying to make an
where
honest
he gets
point.
money.
I got a +5 for persuasion. I'm trying to use it, see what I can do with it. But my brain don't work so good right now.
Well, it's just
Not quite.
another opportunity will arise.
So there's 2 ways of doing it. You can think about how you do it, like in game, or you can just roll, and then I'll come up with something. So like, if you want to just roll persuasion, then I can be like, this is what you said, and this is the result.
Okay, so I want to ask you then with the snooty guy after that whole little brief encounter, because I'm assuming it's going to be the perception. So, do I feel like he's very intelligent?
Doesn't strike you as a particularly intelligent person.
Like, such as maybe, so to speak, kid type game may trick him. And I thought, I'm looking at my stuff with the whole stealth and being roguish. Well, I want to try, because this is still worth all the people around, right? And he's very this.
He's just trying to make his way through the market.
I, as a giant or a tall person would, very quietly, start following up behind him and tap him on the opposite shoulder.
Okay. Yeah, so you tap him and he turns around.
And I check his opposite pockets for any goodies.
Okay, roll a sleight of hand.
Not very good. 5 and 2 is 7.
Reach in. You pull out a golden watch. Quite nice. However, you fail to realize it's attached to a chain. And so he turns around and sees you holding his watch. attached to his pocket. His face grows red.
I told you not to do it.
This fell off on the ground. I wanted to pick it up.
Fell off on the ground.
But
There's
out
a
of pocket. I didn't want it to separate.
Takes a little watch, puts it back in his pocket, and then starts looking around. And he hurriedly starts moving towards some guards that are at the periphery of the market.
Run.
Yep.
Run.
Stealth check to vanish into the crowd.
Can I, since I was also out of the market around this time, can I roll to see if I saw this going on?
I'd say that's fair if you were intending to kind of follow him.
Well, I was just.
It's in the market.
Oh, roll a perception then.
I think you failed so gloriously. Boy, Shauna saw from her window in her room in the inn. Where she's literally meditating. That's how
14?
bad.
Yeah, he's a fairly big Dragonborn guy. Pretty unique. There's not a ton of Dragonborn here. So yeah, you're able to catch him in the act.
Alright. So I'm gonna come up to you and I'm gonna say, Masuin, you're gonna take from people. You gotta be smart about it. And I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder and I'm gonna cast invisibility. On you.
You done disappeared.
Go get yourself some gold.
Are you gonna take him under your wing and teach him now?
I mean, we'll see. I mean, he's gonna be he's a full-on rogue.
Yes, soon the student will be the master.
I just have a little bit of a magical assist in my.
So now that I have a newfound cover, I'm going to meander over to maybe not less fancy of people.
You see a slightly less rich person. This one doesn't have a top.
Still standing tall, but not quite snooty. That's what I'm more looking for. I mean, not the low end, but I'm like.
You find one of the
In the
vendors,
middle,
one of the people who own one of the market stalls, leave the stall as if going to go take a break or something like that. You approach silently.
What kind of stuff does he have in his little
Roll,
stall?
roll a sleight of hand, doubles advantage. So roll twice.
Sleight of hand twice. So I got a 7.
2.
Oh gosh. 3.
I was so close.
Just roll physical dice.
Because that's plus 2 with what I have for the stats for it.
So
For the sleight of hand, because I have it for stealth, for
I rolled a nat 20.
investigation. Or what I
Oh,
have.
you don't have proficiency in sleight.
No. My proficiency is in stealth and persuasion, but apparently I don't roll for the persuasion either.
So you go to steal whatever he has, but your hand it brushes his suspenders that he's got on. You slap him, and he's like looking around all
It's
concerned.
still funny.
Doesn't see you, but you definitely know something just happened that was weird.
If I was there, I would tell him.
He'll
this
just
is
wander
fabulous.
back to his stall and he'll start talking his wares.
You tried.
Yeah,
you really did
I'd say,
try.
I'd say for another day.
Sounds like I'm trying to go and persuade someone to do something. I haven't
There
had a
will be
chance to roll
opportunities. There will be
If you
opportunities.
stick around these people, you'll come into some gold. Trust me on that. Real soon.
Does he not have any wool?
Not a lot.
How
He
much do you
was
have?
imprisoned by the drow.
20?
They took everything he had.
You have to realize, if I'm in prison, I was not very good at what I do.
Matter of fact, they didn't even intend on releasing him, but somehow he got mixed in with the rest of the party.
Thank goodness.
Kind of tagged along.
He helped us.
What is
you know,
your
fight,
personality?
Still figuring it out.
If I
Yeah,
put
the
anything there,
personality.
Are you good? Are you evil?
He's figuring it out.
I wouldn't say evil, but I definitely am more looking for myself. So
Is that,
kind
what is
of
that?
I could be helpful for others if it helps
Chaotic
me.
neutral.
I did select somewhere on that, and I don't remember where it was.
It's a good way, but I help others if it is helpful.
That's how I am.
You got a lot
I
of
suspect that describes
there's
the
a lot of
majority
that
of this
going
party.
Well, you.
But
Help
I
a lot of
did mark though that certain things, especially shiny green things, attract me more than others.
Shiny green.
Emeralds.
I marked that I actually have an emerald, but I'm kind of holding on to that. It's should be
I'll
bad.
keep out for shiny green
It's
things.
something.
I think the only gem I have is the amethyst.
Amethysts are very valuable.
Like very green on this character.
So yeah, you guys all eventually get back together after your mini adventures, and you start heading out of town. But you find that there is a bit of a situation at the northwest gate. You actually see that they are erecting a statue in honor of the Baron of Lorimus Bacchus. And none other than the Baron himself is overseeing the erection of said statue. As you guys pass by, you will notice that there are several slaves trying to pull the statue into place. Among them will be
The young boy.
a Waruk female, so one of the jungle natives, a dwarf, and a female orc.
We noticed those three specifically stand out.
No, those are the only ones that are working.
A dwarf, an
okay.
orc, and a
Those are
what?
the three of them that are doing it.
A dwarf, a female Waruk, which is the jungle natives, and a female orc. And I'll say that they're being mistreated. The slave master has a small riding crop, and he's kind of hitting them, trying to get them to push the statue into place. They're working very hard to do so, but it is a very heavy statue. So, you guys are welcome to continue to pass by, or
I walk over and be like, "You're good with your slaves."
are you talking to the Baron, to the
Yeah, I'm talking to the slave master. Looks like you've trained them well.
Ah, yes. These particular ones are very strong. I'm quite proud of them. Although today it seems like they are shirking a little bit.
I see that.
Dirty
No.
20 inside check on the Baron that you're talking to. Carry on.
I don't know. I was gonna say something. You do him well, I think.
Inside check, just being
I was curious how it's
she,
called.
you know what she's looking for. She's
Yeah.
looking for.
What did you roll?
I rolled a dirty 20
Oh,
inside
okay.
check.
You don't sense anything out of place.
Okay.
The medium-sized one. What would you say that one would go for normally for, sales?
Ah, this Waruk here? What did I say originally what this thing was worth? I want to say it was like 300 gold pieces. This one's worth 300.
Okay. Well, I would love to have a slave of my own. I've never had a slave before, but I'm sure you can teach me the tricks.
No, don't do that.
But I don't have 300 per se.
Wait, Vexlar, we can find your brains in the wilds.
Shut up. Would you take 220 in gold?
No. But you see, this here is prime stock. I wouldn't settle for anything less than 300.
Can I make a persuasion?
You try.
She's talking to the slave.
I'm gonna
right?
intimidate
Slave-
him.
the slave master.
Oh,
I'm gonna intimidate him.
Oh, okay.
15.
Yeah, so you whip out your tentacles and look menacing, which he does find kind of fearful. He says,
No, got the beard going.
I just thought that's
"Well,
funny.
you see, these are the Baron's slaves. I'd be willing to give you $275, and at that, I'd be barely making a profit.
$250, and I'll consider buying a different slave too.
$250 each.
Yes.
For that, I'll give you the Waruk and the dwarf.
He's asking for 500. For two. Is it two for?
I'll buy all of them
Each for 250 so far.
for 250 gold each, right now, or I walk away.
Give me 1 minute for them to finish pulling the statue into place, and then I'll make the deal.
So while this is going on, I'm going to prestidigitate and soil the garments of the Baron.
He's the actual Baron, or?
So there's the Baron, a few of his bodyguards, and then there's the slave master, which is over.
Let me double check that. That's not right.
Now, prestidigitation, that has a vocal component to it, doesn't it?
It does. I'm trying to be quiet and discreet about it, but I also have to be within 10 feet of them.
The guards are gonna take issue with getting that close.
Oh, okay, so they're lying.
This man is essentially a
Can
king.
you send
in
me
his own
the
right.
names and races and everything of the 3 slaves?
Sure.
Please?
Boy, Shauna looks very displeased. Very sorry.
I'm not smiling,
Are you
but
are you Crockett M in here? Yes.
probably.
Okay.
Also answer my. Oh, you can answer my question later. Oh. I made that second sandwich, and I'm like, I can't even.
Hot sauce on it.
Yeah, that's like the best barbecue barbecue pork I've made in a long time.
Also, partake.
Please, please.
Yeah, it's hard to resist. You sit here smelling it all the time.
What can I say? I'm a good cook. I love it. I used the mesquite smoky seasoning, Cody. That's the only seasoning I used on the pork. Dude, it came apart like butter. I think I cooked it for 5 or 6 hours, 5 hours in the crock pot on low. Oh, you liked it? I'm so
Boy,
glad.
Shauna would like to go help finish erecting the statue.
Okay. Make a strength check.
How big is the statue?
It's pretty big. They're just trying to pull it into place. It's just got a little setting.
Athletics or just strength?
Whichever one you want to make. I use athletics.
Not fantastic. 14.
Well, either way, they were about to make it happen, but with you helping, you go over and haul it, and it slides right into place, nice and flush. The statue looks quite nice.
Now the slaves are that. Gonna look towards the Baron, clip him off, and walk away.
The Baron, he
No.
looks thoroughly confused at the interaction. He was thinking that you were just getting a helpful citizen, and then you flip him off, and he's like, that was odd. All right, yeah. So with the work done, the slave master will collect his gold, and he will hand you the writs of slavery.
I was
for
going to
3
say,
slaves.
I want the writs of slavery.
Yep.
Now,
Drop 7.
remember me for next time we meet.
I don't think I could forget.
That's fair.
Lithids are not common.
And I'm going to intimidate him again, just because I want to.
Oh, okay.
Intimidation, intimidation, intimidation. 24.
He's pretty intimidated.
While he's doing that,
So-
can I just pick a random person around the gathering and try to persuade him to go rush the guards?
You can try.
Just
He's
for fun.
insistent
Yeah,
on
make
using
a
his
persuasion.
I will
Yeah,
persuade
and-
someone to do something.
Roll a persuasion on it real quick.
Something stupid. Oh, you're almost so good. 7.
Yeah,
It was
look at
almost
you.
18 plus 5. It was so
Do you
close.
have,
Hates you. Seriously, roll physical dice.
I might have to.
The
I
random
thought about
citizen
that.
who was just watching the construction going on, he's like, I don't like the Baron just as much as the next guy, but I also like living, so I don't think I'm going to do that.
do you have an extra notepad and a pencil?
Yeah. Here, you can use this one.
And a
I'm not
pencil.
quite that like
I mean, digitally,
evil, chaotic.
I thought of like actual
But I thought of
dice might
putting
be
it in
better
the roll
just
and taking my
because this is like
potion.
not. It's like it's.
It's like drinking it?
Oh,
Oh,
no,
very
not.
Now there are
There's
two
a-
statues of the Baron.
8.
One of them is invisible.
Do you want any more? Or you don't have any?
I didn't do it.
That's
It's not something Vance would do.
So do they have like do they have chains or do they like how
Yes, they are chained,
Okay.
and they don't have but dirty rags for clothes.
Okay. So I take them and I say, Bjorn, Mersha, and I'm gonna name you Stelta. You are my slaves, and you will follow me everywhere I go.
They kind of look at each other and shrug, and yeah, they slowly line up over where you're located.
Are you back with us? Hey. What's your name? What's your name?
Marceline,
Are you back with us?
I'm around you guys in the statue.
We were all on the way out of town.
Yeah, I started following you.
And I kind of look them over and I'm like, I say out loud, you guys look disgusting. We need to get you some clothes. And so I go and buy them some clothes.
Okay. I'd say for everyone, like 5 gold. You'll give some decent.
I am the all-powerful
Vexlar.
Vexlar. I am the all-powerful
I
Vexlar.
didn't realize she was trying to remember.
I'm exhausted. I can't help it. Yeah, I am the all-powerful Vexlar, and I am a supreme being. Bask in my glory.
They need food too.
They do look a little starved.
Fine.
Food for the road if you're bringing.
my rations.
You
I
have to
buy-
take care of them if you get one.
I buy,
What do you think, Dave? I'll make sure you feed it.
I buy some rations. I buy some rations, and I put it in my bag. So
How do we
I
do
haven't
that?
paid for the clothes yet.
Yeah, I'll just say a couple more gold. You don't get them anything fancy.
Ambiguous.
If I
So,
was
like, 10
confident
gold?
that they were
Yeah.
well
Will that be
treated, I
enough
wouldn't
for
be
quite
as
a while to
concerned.
feed them?
Enough for that's enough to last them a little bit.
Well, without getting too gruesome, the life of a female orc, even in the most merciless of human masters, is far better than orc tribes.
That's right.
Okay. I'm done spending money on these damn slaves.
Is that how they feel about it?
Okay.
Just gonna eat
Are we
my
finally
rations.
leaving?
Good
the
for
wolf
you.
behind?
You are now the proud owner of 3
Yes.
slaves.
Never asked
Yeah. Anything else before you guys head out of
how
town?
they felt about their lives? Never got a vibe for that?
It's simply not done.
Okay.
All right. Well, yeah. I'll say you guys head out of town. And you can start walking the long road.
Now you decide.
All right. Yeah, you guys don't run into anything on your path. It takes. It's gonna take a couple of days though. So you'll travel through the day.
I probably should have.
You'll camp and sleep for the night. I'll say nothing of note happens during the travels in that section.
Except that Boyshana stares at Vexlar every night over the fire.
Are you making any attempt to get to know your slaves?
I talk to him every once in a while.
tell them what to do, or
Well, of course I tell them what to do. They're my slaves, but also I talk to them and I just ask them about like why they're slaves and what they're good at, what they're proficient in,
okay.
their strengths.
You're able to glean that the dwarf is a citizen who simply got into too much debt, and so he was made a slave to pay off his debts. You also learned that it was the top hats that he owed money to. You see, he tried to get a loan to pay for his business, but then when the business did not go well, the top hats were not lenient, and so made him into a slave. You also find that the work woman does not speak common, but does make occasional whistling noises with her throat pipe.
She's one of those people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now I understand.
So you don't have any idea what she's saying. And the orcish woman only speaks just like broken common, just a few words here and there. From her conversation with you, you kind of glean that she was like kidnapped from her homeland, and that she really doesn't like humans.
Who doesn't like humans?
The orc woman.
Okay.
I'll walk up to her and I will address her in Orcish.
She, when you address her, she just lights up and is very surprised.
She can't see my expression because I'm in full armor, but I ask her, is your life better as a slave?
It is not. I miss my homeland.
Oh, is the dwarf a male or a female?
Female.
And your tribe was exceedingly soft on you. And I will walk away.
Okay.
Most orc tribes treat their women as objects. Lower than slaves.
The other way.
Your world.
Not all orcs are created equal.
Turns out, like,
Oh,
the orcs in this world,
that's
like,
cat
one of the
food.
more, like, civilized societies. Very, very
It's cat food.
Alright. So yeah. Trip's going great. Don't run into any tomb tappers or giant monsters.
That's because we have a tiny hut and we can't.
You got a little tiny hut.
Before the night,
Like that crap that they
What was Sean gonna say? Sorrel half played.
Thought you'd never ask.
Wait, what was asked?
Wait, how many days of travel? How many rolls?
Yeah, every night until the half plate appears.
Alright, let's
Alright.
see what the lottery brings in
Wait,
today.
what did you ask?
He's asking for half blade.
I'll hold a knife to
That's
attack.
from Sorrel again.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, that's standard practice at this point. We're always ready to start doing this.
At this point, if it's any living thing that isn't sentient, it's dying.
Whoa.
And if it's
Some
a parrot,
animals are
it's
useful.
die. It
You
will
know-
die twice.
What if we got a horse, for example?
The horse will likely betray us. And
That's true.
Parrot. I thought we put two animals in
That is orcish. Is it orcish? ORCISH?
In all fairness to that parrot, one of the first things that we ever did to it was show it feathers of the other parrot that we killed.
Which just means he was that big of a jerk to hold a grudge.
Alright, the first conjuring conjures up a jar of dirt.
I got a jar.
That's exactly what I was
I guess what's inside it.
Anyone need dirt for a spell component?
No, but we can put it in the hole. Keep adding
Is
to
there
the hole.
anything hidden within the dirt?
If you want to sift through it, you don't find any particular, but it is nice, earthy dirt that probably would be good for growing a plant.
How many days have I owned the slaves now?
Just one. This
He
is your
was like-
first night of
If
travel.
he
was
needs to be
like,
travel, he's got to roll on the
she
table.
watches them every single night over the fire, but it's only been
Not
one night.
watches them, watches you.
I know, but I was, yeah. But you made it seem like it was more than one night. so I was
Okay.
confused.
Out falls a costume in the shape of a Goliath.
Costume?
Yeah.
Can I have it?
Sure.
A Goliath costume.
Do you even know what to do with a
It
costume?
looks like a
I want to
mascot.
put one of my sleeves in.
You say
That was the
costume, I mean
closest
Goliath.
you've gotten so far. Thank you.
When you say
What'd you
costume,
say?
you mean like
That was the
you say
closest
other
you
Goliath.
got.
It's like a mask. It's got like the,
Yeah.
the features.
Like a football mascot?
Yeah, like a football mascot, but it's a Goliath.
I think about this a little bit more. I don't think I'd be able to pull off a Goliath.
Try it on. Perhaps it transforms the wearer into a Goliath.
Yeah, you just look like a Goliath.
Yeah, probably be better suited on your orc.
All right, carry
I
on.
know.
We'll keep it.
All right.
We'll keep it.
So yeah,
If we need
you
it,
travel
yes,
for the
if
second
we need
day.
it, I can put it on
You
her,
actually
and
pass
it'll
by
intimidate
the city
Hey, you're gonna
church.
keep that in your inventory. Remember?
Unless anyone makes a pit stop, I'll say you guys just pass on by.
This is how many days of travel?
It's the second day of travel.
All right.
Do we camp within sight of church?
Yeah, you can make it past church and then camp a ways away if you want.
Okay. That night, Koishan would like to do something.
Okay.
After Hexar falls asleep.
Why don't you just leave it alone for a little while and see what happens?
Just going to communicate with the whistler.
I can
Okay.
know that Vexlar is not a patient person.
So yeah, the Waruk,
I forgot I could do that.
she also is surprised that you want to speak with her.
Well, not speak. Communicate
Oh,
telepathically.
yes. Communicate telepathically. She's confused at first, but then realizes it's coming from you.
Yes.
But yeah,
Of course, she's the first thing is just don't let anyone know I'm talking to you. Good. The tentacly one. Like, are you okay?
I mean, I'm okay. I'd like to go back home.
Okay. There's a city right over there.
Okay.
Okay? So just wait till the tentacle one falls asleep. I'll see what I can do.
Okay.
We'll wait for Vexar to fall asleep.
All right.
Go to sleep.
I actually gotta check something. This is gonna have bearing on this.
Also, it's day 2, so I'm assuming Swirl's gonna roll again.
Yes.
Yeah.
You get
Before,
your plate so I can get something too.
before going to bed, he's going to try again.
You might get your thing before the play shows up.
Yeah, probably.
Are these rolls something that we can potentially assist with? Like if I gave him some bardic inspiration?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, like that just increases the number. It's a random hodgepodge of items.
Unless the first number is a skill check to see if he succeeds.
That's exactly how it works. He rolls a skill check to see if he actually gets the thing that he wants to get.
Yeah, I'll inspire him to do that.
And then if he doesn't get it, it hits the random table.
All right. Yes, I am giving him bardic inspiration on this.
Okay. All right.
Which is a D8 now.
Now I already rolled, and it wasn't enough, so my apologies.
That's,
But
that was the first roll, right? We had this conversation between them. It occurs to me as I'm watching him.
Sorrow squandered, long have I pondered.
I'll have that.
How can we chase your summons?
Out falls a mirror.
Smash!
Wait, let me see.
Oh. Say we want to try to catch the mirror.
No,
Yeah, it's
I do.
falls
it's not half plate.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
You say a mirror. Is this like a handheld mirror?
This is a big mirror.
Add 5 to it.
Not a chance.
Add 5 to it. I'm standing next
He just pushes you.
12.
Also, you catch it with that.
Sweet.
It's close, but you're able to keep it from shattering. If you look in the mirror, which I'm assuming you do because you caught it, it shows the world, but the world is upside down,
Oh, that's
and your face is a blur.
Not mine.
Yes,
that over
he does not appear in the mirror.
Okay. One more time.
All right.
How do you spell Wara?
W-A-R-R-U-C-K.
Oh yeah, I'm inspiring this one. With a D8.
Well, I'm looking at and it won't find it. It keeps saying Warlock.
Nope, not enough.
That's okay.
When we leveled up, I prayed to Aura that I would no longer fall victim to enemy spells. So now I have aura protection.
Out falls an otter.
I kill it.
No!
The otter dies.
I
It's
make
not-
to kill it. Do you intercede?
Obviously.
I'm trying to find a picture and it's not coming up.
I made it up, Emily.
Well,
The
it
closest-
wasn't that 20, so Michael Abel
Have you ever,
stopped it at
have you ever
210.
seen the movie Bone Tomahawk?
No!
The parrot betrayed us.
Has anyone seen the
Does
movie
that
Bone
mean
Tomahawk?
every
with
animal
Kurt
that
Russell?
comes out betrays us?
That's okay. Look it up.
What's
The
it called?
No, I don't
it's
think
Bone
so.
Tomahawk monster. Just look up.
We're not sneaking around with that thing.
No, we'll let it live free in the wild. We're not taking it with us, obviously. We've done that. It turned out bad.
It needs monsters to
Oh,
our camp.
okay. Like
I
an
will kill
orc.
anything that comes out
Kind
of
of.
these portals.
Speak for yourself. I'm not coming out of the hut.
It's safe.
Oh, for the
If
record,
it brings other
there's no room for your
danger
slaves in the
things,
hut.
then yes.
It only holds 9 of us.
It may live.
But if it doesn't, you don't kill any other living thing that comes out of that.
Sorry, what'd you guys do with the otter?
I was about to kill it, but Kristen's like,
I'm
"Don't
pretty
kill it."
sure. I'm pretty sure I have a tent in my.
So we made an agreement. If
He's
the otter,
talking about.
So if you didn't make to kill it and no other action was taken, the otter runs off into the woods and you don't see it again.
Well, I'm pretty sure I have a tent.
No, that's
so
fine.
I
Yeah,
can put my
Yeah, we
stuff
still
in it.
set up. We still set up camp. They're just not magic.
After Vexlar goes to sleep, boy, Sean's gonna try and pick his pocket to
Okay.
get the key.
I'm missing a ribbon.
Slide Jenny.
That key is generally terrible, but it all depends on your passive perception.
Not always. That's the one you want.
Passive. I don't know where to find my passive
12.
perception.
Go to your the one with your stats, strength, and such. One more. No. No. One more. Okay.
It's a ritual cast, so it doesn't actually cost me. Under
Oh,
most
wakes you up.
circumstances. Using it at night.
No.
You wake up
with the ritual.
Wait, Sean is standing over you.
No, with
Hands
What
in
are
your
you
pockets.
doing?
hands immediately over the.
No, we can.
And my tentacles like grab your fingers and like pry them away from my face.
Really pry.
Yes.
Want a strength check?
Yes. I'm strength checking this shit. I can't find strength. Oh, it's over here.
Oh, so I guess I have to stay inside the hut. You guys
17.
can come and go.
4.
You don't have that much strength in your tentacles.
I tried, okay? And I forgot I need to roll this thing. That thing sucks.
Wait, Shauna is just unnaturally strong.
Can I just push her off?
You want to do
Make a strength check? Yeah, still 17.
Okay, well,
I'm
Just getting mad.
just like, I'm taking the key, and you will no longer have slaves, and you will sleep now.
I don't know what to do.
Could start screaming.
That's why the hands are. Like, do you have the key on you?
I don't know. I didn't plan this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
he
the key's
would
on
have
him.
given you a
Gonna get the
Can I
key.
roll a perception
Okay.
check to see if I
Goodbye.
see this happening?
Yeah.
We'll talk about this, and you can be angry at me tomorrow, but the slaves
There's
have
a
to
7
go.
of
Keep
us,
rolling with this
plus Sorrel,
Yeah.
is 8.
Plus
the
I've got
three
dice
slaves,
trays and dice
plus
over there.
Jumper.
Grab one.
Like, I roll.
Yeah. 'Cause it's
I don't know if Robus has how often he disappears these days.
Don't try to tell me to convince you. You're the one doing this.
No, but I don't know
can't
why.
When the rolls mean nothing, I roll high.
Well,
Like earlier after I did that roll, I'm like, oh, it's almost 18. So for fun, I pushed it again.
You want to
roll 18. I was like, plus 5.
No,
Okay, well, like,
well, I wanted to do something.
Yeah.
It's not that
Quiddle
easy.
thinks the mechanism is
that's
broken.
not the odds
Yes,
are
I have no
actual
problem
correct.
just letting you keep it.
I might get my own.
But
That
he's
is
getting
just
bigger.
What do I think?
So,
Well, the
I
dice
was
roll.
guys
surprised,
on
but I
the
wanted to
app.
try and
App's terrible. It always
Okay,
goes
don't
wrong.
tell me. Don't tell me. We're gonna scratch that whole thing.
Well, you look down into her eyes and she starts like tearing up.
Get a chocolate.
You look,
I'm
into,
a
you look
boy!
into his eyes and they start tearing up and suddenly you feel kind of bad about it.
Okay.
thank you.
Don't mistreat them.
I'm not going to.
Okay.
These two working through
All right.
I am not gonna just let them free because then that would make me look soft.
Well, that reminds me that I did.
All right.
ask that
Carry on.
All right.
Apparently, life was
So
better.
yeah, you guys continue. Well, you sleep for the night
She must know
Um,
mountain orc.
Day 3.
and you travel on your third day to a place you've never been before, which is just outside of the capital city of Anvillion. Before you, you see a grand citadel surrounded by many miles of cleared forest, which are now turned into farms to try and
Baby,
support
you
the
really
Grand
gotta
City.
sturdy this a little bit more. I mean, I'm just barely touching it.
shove a couple. I'm not a designer.
Oh.
But yes, the Grand Citadel is surrounded by tall, dark, jet black walls. And within you see many towers and a great keep at the center of the city.
Do you watch anime?
Just a couple. Is there anything else to describe?
Nope, not really. Surprise.
Well, that place is a lot more grand. and
You really
more
upset when you
than
kept trying to
Brown
take
Castle.
it. I just wanted my
Yes.
money.
Yeah.
This is a very large city. Like, I put a number on it. Let me actually pull it up real quick.
I will never do anything that takes away.
Anvillion City. Anvillion City. 27,000. This is a metropolis.
What are all their names?
What?
The names of all the people.
The slaves?
No, there's 27,000 that live here.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Starting with
Start
Adam.
with the king, King Dan. We'll start with his. No, I'm just kidding. You'll find out.
Like when Shauna sees the city, she's gonna.
Misgendered me.
All right. You guys want to enter the city?
where are we at?
All
We
right.
had arrived in Anvillion.
Oh, cool.
You pass through the gates. There are guards posted, but there's enough people going in and out that they're not actively checking people. So you're able to make it within the city. The city within is bustling. There is all sorts of different people here, many different races and shapes and sizes. Just going about business, living daily life. You see that there is a pretty heavy guard presence here. And you see an occasional magic knight or two of different ranks passing by. So yeah. Now, I think there's something that's supposed to happen actually. Let's see.
Dance was
Oh.
fine. Come
That's
with me,
good.
fine. What's it?
Just inside the city, I forgot to mention this. Just outside of the city wall, you would have taken notice. There's actually a group of people protesting, shouts of anger, and they are holding picketing signs, and they seem generally upset about something.
Well, I definitely want to interact with the protesters, but whatever you guys want to do first.
Our business will take us into the city, so if you want to interact with
Oh, isn't this in the city?
I forgot to mention it. When passing into the city, these protesters are just outside the city walls.
Okay. What
are they protesting about?
Yeah, I mean, if you care to actually listen to their chanting or read their signs,
Very much so.
you actually see that they are protesting against war and conflict. Yeah, they're saying, no to war, down with tyranny. Tyranny.
Third time's a charm.
You'll see that at their lead is actually a turtle with fiery red streaks. He seems to be leading the chant.
Inside check on it. That would be a total of 12.
He seems genuinely upset and angry about his current situation.
Okay, she doesn't.
What manner of chants are they saying?
Most of the chants are somewhere along the lines of, no to war and conflict,
No war, no
and
peace.
down with tyranny and fascism.
Kingdom's a tyrant.
Pretty much.
He's only using the war for oil. I mean magical ore.
All about the oil. Yeah. So
I kind of want to approach one and ask, what war are they referring to?
sure. So yeah, one of the protesters, he's like, "What rock have you been living under?"
The shadow.
It's a long story.
Well, I mean, who am I to judge? Yeah, we're protesting the war against the orcs.
Who's fighting the orcs?
We are.
You are? You're protesting the war that you're fighting?
Well, I mean, I'm not actively fighting, but us as a nation, we declared war about 5 years ago.
For what
Oh
reason?
yeah.
Now, supposedly, they were a threat. From our understanding, there was some minor conflicts over in the Prey Lands. However, it is mine and the belief of my fellows that those small conflicts were simply a misunderstanding between cultures. It was not helped by the doomsaying either. It seems like the king has used that as an excuse to lay siege to their lands and try to wipe them out.
I am going to look at my orc slave Mersha and I want to roll for, what would it be to just read her?
Insight.
Insight. I'm gonna roll. Wait, no, I wanted to roll.
Ignore it. Roll it. You have every intention of rolling a physical
11
die.
plus
3.
insight. 14.
Yeah, she seems like she's actually fairly interested in these people. As yeah, she just seems interested in these people.
While they're having this conversation, I'm going to pretend like I'm listening and get close enough to try and pick this guy's pocket.
The twirl?
I don't like it.
20. What is the orc's class?
She doesn't really have a class. She's just
Commoner.
just a commoner, yeah,
What does she,
with good strength.
warrior,
Commoner.
common? Are they all commoners?
NPCs really usually don't get a class.
So you guys were just talking to one of the picketers. Are you trying to picket the guy you're talking to, or are you
Oh, I
trying
thought
to
we
get
were
the
talking
leader?
to the leader.
No.
Oh. Well, I wanted to pickpocket the leader because
So he's going to sidle up to
Yeah,
the
I'm not
twirl.
gonna take
If you
fun
join
out of
in
it.
on the chanting,
Yeah, I'll be there and I'll just add my voice in and I'm just going to kind of go right up next to him and try and pick his pocket. Which my roll for that was a 26.
that's pretty good.
Pocket picked.
What he would have on him. You find a whole bunch of flyers.
Perhaps Manlin could persuade a protester or two that, hey, maybe war's okay.
I'm able to convince him.
Wait, war's okay. Why do you want the war to continue?
So he can use his perception.
I'll also
His
say you
persuasion.
find
Well, I tried
20 gold pieces.
Walk with you is good.
All she did was
if
look
you care to
at.
look at the pamphlets, mostly they're like detailing how
She's looking for something.
the orcs are actually peaceful people and never had any intention of going to war with Anvillion, and details the war crimes of King Dan and his atrocities against the orcish people.
Do you know of this war?
Wait, so this random pigger is saying these things?
No, this
Oh,
is
I
the
see.
pamphlets that he stole from the Tornal leader.
I'm gonna keep the pamphlets and kind of make my way out over to the side. I'm just gonna like change the things that they say.
Reader Skeeter over here. I look at my. I look
Are
at
they handing pamphlets out?
Yeah. You can just grab one.
Okay, I'll take one and I'll read it. And you can't see my face because I'm wearing the helmet, but these kind of make me mad.
Okay.
He wants to talk to an orc. They're orc.
I look at my orc Mercia and I say, have you heard of this war? Like, are you familiar with it? What are your thoughts on it? I'm sure she's pretty taken aback by me asking a slave an opinion.
Victim. Kidnapped. War bad.
Got it. I grab a pamphlet. And, wait, is it what's the pamphlet again? It's for.
Against war, against
Yeah.
tyranny.
I look at
Dan
it.
is a dictator. He probably eats babies.
Okay.
Drinks blood.
I'm gonna hold up the pamphlet and I'm gonna ask him, what is your proposed solution?
Well, ideally, the solution would be for King Dan to cease hostilities. That's really the main thing we want is just peace. An end to death, needless suffering.
Let me tell you something, friend. There's only two ways to end a war with orcs. First is to let them slit your belly and use your guts for pillows, and they'll take your lands for breeding. Second is to sneak onto their land and slit their throats while they sleep.
Ah, you must be a king's man.
Actually, I'm more neutral in this fight. If it were my orc tribe, I'd be on the orc side.
Really? That's an interesting take.
Yes, that's because he smells like one. Have you smelled?
My smell does not have any bearing on this. I was raised by a tribe of orcs.
That didn't teach hygiene.
What do you expect? We use guts for pillows.
Exactly.
Well, if you were raised by them, then you would know that they do not wish to have war with us.
Oh, that is a fat lie. They would have nothing but war. They will slay you and your children and your wives and take your lands. And use
I
them.
don't trust him, so I look to Mercia. You're like, is that true? Because I don't know much about orcs because, I haven't really dealt with them very much.
Well,
You're a big fat liar, idiot!
I would like to insight her. Also, while this conversation was happening, I used it as a distraction to put the modified pamphlets back in his pocket.
Okay. Yeah, roll an insight on it.
That's a decent one.
excellent. Don't make me prove my point.
I think it's already been proven.
19.
She's making the outward expression. You see that she is hiding a little something behind that quick nod of the head. Or shake of the head, would you say?
It's interesting either way that the portal would think that the works here don't. Anyways,
Wait, she nodded yes? I thought she nodded no.
Well, she was nodding. And
she was agreeing with the portal.
Oh, okay.
Perhaps the orcs of this land are different. The orcs of my homeland lust for battle. They would take this place, kill all of its inhabitants, and claim it for their own.
agree to disagree, good sir.
Perhaps you can prove me wrong. I'd like to see you walk into the camp and say, let's have peace.
Well, either way, the camp is far from here. You're welcome to try to get close.
Why do you laugh?
Well, you see,
Would it so happen that they kill any strangers that approach the lands?
currently, yes.
That's what I thought. You walk away.
But it is defensive.
Quick question.
What is your passive?
Mr.
Passive.
Mr. Tortle.
Like passive.
Just some 2 quick questions. You said the war started like 5 years ago.
That's right.
I don't suppose anybody was saying that it was. They had any inspirational dreams or something like that.
Well,
So,
when the king
you
declared
caught me trying to slip
this
20
conflict,
gold
he
into
used
your
the
pocket.
doomsaying as a catalyst.
Yeah, done.
You just see me.
The
I just
doomsaying
let
is a
go of it and
prophecy.
I walk away.
Not so
From Tormund the
sneaky.
seer.
Hold on.
Crazy.
See that?
If you're actually correct,
The doomsaying.
The doomsaying.
I'll watch you walk off.
I rolled a 3 on that one.
Aww.
Okay, keep going. Doomsaying is a prophecy. What does it say?
I don't have it memorized off the top of my head. There is a copy of it in the royal library if you wish to go read it for yourself.
Not particularly interested. How are your dreams? Any special dreams?
They're not good.
Not good? Are they the ones that tell you come and protest King Dan?
They definitely do make me wish to protest.
Oh, wish to protest, not say you should totally go protest King Dan.
No, generally speaking,
Okay,
my
then she's
dreams
just
are
gonna
filled
whip,
with
like
violence.
mid-sentence.
This is why she has a low charisma. She looks great, but she's scared.
She has 3 pieces in her hand.
All right,
I was gonna.
guys, wish to interact with the protesters anymore?
I think we're done there, unless did you get your modified pamphlet in the pocket?
Oh yeah, those were fine. That was 27.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I just got caught putting gold in
He tried
your
to
pocket.
slip me gold when we got this thing, and I saw it. I see it. He's kind of
Like, don't patronize me!
No, I just watched him. Let him be.
That's what I told him. Like, he sees it, and I just let it, like, still do it, and then just walk away.
Well, yeah, you guys are going to make your way into the city then. And you start heading towards the main area, the main keep and all the fancy buildings over there. But all of a sudden, out of the crowd, you hear, "Hey, it's the Squandered!"
What?
And
jeez.
out of the crowd comes someone you recognize. A being in full armor, with a teacup emblazoned upon his breastplate and shield.
Oh wait. Oh, is he the other one that told us to go back to Anvillion?
And he is wearing, the color of the armor is silver. For those who interacted with him, this is,
This is not chlorophyll.
No, it's not
Not
chlorophyll.
chlorophyll.
It's the other guy.
It's the other one that they told us about.
We talked.
Taskelderon, otherwise known as Thanasia's best friend.
Yes, the one. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we met
He
in
told
church.
us that he had tea with her or something.
Yes. But yeah,
Dirk, the paladin of God in the city church, no. Charlemagne is the angel. Keep going.
Taskelderon was essentially the leader over all of the paladins of church, and a magic knight. But yeah, no, he's gonna pop out of the crowd and he's gonna say, "Yes, I thought I recognized you.
And smelled you.
Well, that's the thing. I actually can't smell anything, believe it or not. Yeah, that would be nice. But that's okay. In visions with my goddess, I actually am able to smell the tea and taste it. So that's always something that's quite exciting every time that happens.
Wait, why can't you smell things? Don't break your nose.
You can say that.
My nose has been broken. I can still smell things.
By the way, you can't see him. He's like dead, full armor.
Is your nose gone?
Yeah.
What race are you?
Oh, I'm quite human.
Insight?
I was gonna say that sounded like a lie. That sounded like a lie.
Well, someone else should insight them. Because I have no idea.
I'll do it.
I can't tell under that.
What do you need, Aiden?
I roll a 5.
Okay, watch quiet now.
Dirty 20.
Ooh, that's pretty good. He is human, but he's definitely hiding something.
I talk into his brain. What? Tell me what you are hiding.
He'll show you his nose if you show us yours.
Is this somebody's or is this
What?
Oh,
Is
yeah,
this
they are
somebody's
for
or is this
everybody.
okay.
So in his mind, I wonder if he's actually able to communicate telepathically. Give me 1 second.
Love you. You can stay and watch if you want. Just be quiet. That's all I ask.
Okay, yeah, in his mind he says, well, I typically don't really reveal myself to people I don't trust too much, but
You called us out of a crowd.
But that being said, this good sir actually did have tea with Anasia, so if she trusts him, then I guess I trust him too.
Wait, what?
Me?
Yeah, when you passed beyond the realm of the living
Oh, yeah.
while fighting the Hollow
The
King,
Hollow King.
you actually, as he's bringing this up, a faint memory comes to your mind. And you had forgotten it up to this point, but now you remember actually sitting down and having tea with a beautiful young woman. And biding your time in an empty void.
Interesting. Now that you mention it, that does sound familiar.
Yes, Thanasia told me all about it. She says that, although a little bit single-minded, you're quite an interesting fellow.
Sounds about right.
Well, tell her that
Love you.
she must not have been very interesting herself, because I barely remember her.
And I'm like, stop it!
Well, surely you
Fenfar
just.
knows that was bad.
Thanasia is just wonderful. She's a wonderful goddess. After all, I mean, she stuck with me through all these centuries.
Sounds like you like her.
Oh, yes. I love her. But alas, I am but a mere semi-mortal, and she a goddess.
Semi-mortal.
Semi-mortal?
I think I know what it is.
I'm going to use my divine sense.
Tell me. Tell me.
It's only because I have looked at this race. Yep.
That's a mark.
He might be the descendant of an
Is he a celestial fiend or undead?
He is
He
undead.
looks like, oh,
I'm
what?
dead.
What?
What? Plot twist!
You guys all guess wrong.
Well, I did roll a 1.
He's a zombie!
Is Thanasia in league with any evil demons?
No,
Any connection to Orcus?
no. As far as I'm aware, I'm really the only one who worships her.
Well, I suppose I have a little bit of
Oh,
fondness for
another
her.
nat 20.
Well, as long as she lives within your heart, she will continue living.
She did visit me while I was dead, so that has to count for something.
Yes, isn't she delightful?
It was a very quick cup of tea, like 12 seconds max.
Sometimes tea is quick, sometimes it is slow. The conversation always whiles away.
Wait a minute. Can you only speak with her when you're dead?
Yeah.
Is that why you're undead? So you can communicate with her?
No, I'm undead because I died a long time ago.
So were you temporarily dead when you touched the obelisk?
No, it wasn't when I touched the obelisk. It was when the Hollow King killed me.
And then I
Who is the
revived
Hollow
him.
He was the shadow guy that came out of the orb in the mine. Like the
I
dead.
was not good.
Yeah, I literally died in that fight, and she cast Revivify on me.
I understand that. That thing was a beast. It murdered almost everything.
Yeah. It was
Actually, it
Sorry, I
murdered
was
me.
there.
You missed it.
murdered him, almost killed the rest of us.
Except for Voice Shot.
I dealt with some big damage though.
Yeah, 'cause she ran away again.
What? No, she was the one that defeated it.
The thing had power word kill as like a defense mechanism.
Power word stunned me, and then power word killed me. I only had one damage.
And she hasn't run away from the fight once.
Well, anyways,
Joined Sir.
it's so good to see you.
It felt like the way you played Simplify was so realistic.
And it's actually it's really good that you're all here. The king wants to meet with you.
The king.
The king! King Dan himself. I told him of your good deeds in assisting in the city of Church against that fell demon, which was vanquished. Thanks to your help and also the help of that wonderful angel, Charmaine, I believe her name was.
Still can't believe such a powerful demon showed up.
Yeah, that was weird, wasn't it? What's
Stared
it?
straight at you.
Wasn't it supposed to appear? That was the whole deal,
It was
right?
supposed to-
No. The
They
way
were
it was
trying-
supposed to work is that there was supposed to be a devil that showed up,
Oh, okay.
but instead a ginormous demon appeared.
Okay, I don't.
Well, devils are.
Yeah, she's an idiot. Just keep going.
They're evil, but they have a code of conduct. Demons, they're just evil.
Was the person we played
No
riddles with, was
scruples.
that a demon or a devil?
Wait, what was?
The we played riddles with?
Wallwetter.
Wallwetter was a demon.
Demon.
But he wasn't friends with orcs.
Oh, the one I played rock paper scissors with.
Yeah.
That was fun.
But yes. If you'll actually come with me, I can grant you an audience with the king. I'm of high enough rank that I don't require an appointment.
Wow.
Wait, the king is
Um,
for this war, right?
Yeah, the king's the one that declared it.
Are you referring to the war against the orcs?
Yes.
Yes, he's the one who declared it.
Is my slave going to be safe if I go with you?
How do you think we got the slaves?
That's a good question. I'm not sure.
I'm not going to go unless I know my slave will be safe.
How about this? I will vouch for you and your slave.
I mean,
All right. Thank
the
you.
king respects people's writs of passage for slaves, right?
Some hatred goes beyond slavery.
Actually,
Like this is slaves according to the
technically
laws of his
speaking,
kingdom.
the minute that they entered the territory of Anvillion, they became no longer slaves.
Oh, that's only.
You see,
over
these people who I'm assuming you thought were slaves, they are now free. Although the orc may be an exception.
Interesting.
And with that, he's actually going to.
See ya.
Let's see.
You're not going anywhere with this chain.
So do I have to like let them?
Let me put it this way: the one doesn't speak common.
Oh yeah.
But does it understand common?
That's a good question.
So I don't remember if they understood us or not.
I don't believe the ones that we interact with in the wild understand.
Yes.
us.
Ask your question.
But
Sorry, what?
it doesn't mean that one who has been held
Does
as a
that mean
slave
I
for
need to
some time would.
Let them go? Like, do I have to release them?
Yes, legally speaking, and as a magical knight, I've taken an oath to follow the king's law and to make sure that it is enforced. So, yes, if you would let them go, that would be good. You can hold on to the orc for now.
You may go.
Mr. Knight, I have a question. why does the king tolerate slavery in the? He's the king over all of the land, right?
Yes, he is. Sort of. You see, the king does not rule by absolute power, except for when it comes to matters of total nationality. He's more of an emperor in that regard, in that he is supported by the 4 barons, who rule over each of their own separate kingdoms. But overall, King Dan is the one who rules over those 4.
Alright, I know what I'm doing the next time we go back to.
So, are you saying the king doesn't like slavery, but he allows it because the barons want to?
That is true. The king is not a supporter of slavery. However, the 2 barons that do support slavery, he allows it within their territories.
And which other territory is that?
So that would be the territory of Wolfenheim and the territory of Clifton.
Why are you all wet? Why are you all wet?
Yep, Clifton. Which is west of here.
Why are
Clifton
you
is
all
not
wet?
the one that sent the assassins after us, right?
Why are you wet?
That was Adoro?
Yep.
Okay.
I fixed it once and can't keep it. Or have it be just a
Yeah, so the dwarf right away, he's going to bow his thanks to Taskeldron, and he's going to withdraw. The Waruk lady's actually going to stick around. She's going to like poke you because she wants to try to say something.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, she's going to
Now,
say,
don't let everybody know that we can talk like this. Just whistle. And just say it in your head.
She's going to ask if she can have some gold to make her way back to her home.
She can't understand common.
Yes.
Oh, and I forgot to mention this, but Taskeldron actually took the writ of enslavement, and he crossed it out and signed with his signature.
Question: Moishana is going to give 8 gold.
Okay. She'll bow to you, and then she will make her departure.
Is there any laws of compensation for people who bring their slaves to this realm? Like, is there a...
There is not.
Alright, right.
What's bad luck? I personally am not a huge supporter of slavery, but I understand that they are worth quite a bit. That being said, as I was stating, the king is very pleased with your actions in the city of Church. I believe that it's possible he may even be happy enough to give you some sort of a reward. So be not downtrodden and saddened of heart. After all, Thanasia always asks us to look on the bright side of things. What a wonderful goddess she is.
Well, I hope you reward me well, for I have lost much.
Well, I'm sure a good spot of tea will help, and perhaps a conversation with the king will be of most beneficial.
Alright, let's talk to the king.
All right, without further ado, follow me. And he leads you deeper into the city, all the way up to the main castle keep there. He nods to all the guards, and they, recognizing his armor and his rank, simply just move out of the way. He takes you into the keep and down a hall to the main hall, where he speaks to one of the guards there. The guard nods, slips into the room, and then he says, "All right, are you guys ready?" And then the big doors swing open, and the great hall is lined with guards on all the sides, and then at the far end there is a kingly figure sitting upon the throne. And the guard that went in first, he announces, Taskeldron, best friend of Thanasia, and his honored associate, the Squandered.
Oh, as we were making our way, I I was prestidigitating everyone's clothing.
Okay.
We are all
Trying to get a little
clean
presentable.
and presentable.
Do you mind handing me a Pepsi?
Mending holes in clothes.
Looking presentable.
Well, thank you. A supreme being does need to be in the finest clothing, even among the lords of this land.
And the rest of you too.
As you guys walk into the Great Hall, Castle Drawn will stop, a good 30 feet away from the king, who's just sitting there in his throne. The king he'll look at all of you. He's like, a look of recognition / bewilderment comes over his face, as if he's trying to remember where he's seen you before. Same thing happens to you. You guys have a faint recognition of this guy. If you want to roll a history check, I'll tell you where from.
Straight.
Boy, Sean is rolling an insight check.
13.
Got it at 20.
You two wouldn't have recognized him, so my apologies about that. It's just-
Yeah, no, she's just trying to see what kind of is he actually the king, or
Sorry, what you guys?
or if he's other some sort of influence.
13.
13.
I'm distracted by the
I didn't
shiny.
roll.
You sure you're not a leprechaun?
It takes you two a couple moments to remember, but then all of a sudden it hits your memory. You remember seeing a kingly figure hunched over you. So you recognize this, but he's different. The last time you saw him, he was humongous. And you also saw him from the back at first.
Wait, was this the guy that we appeared in the toilet?
And that's exactly what you remember it.
I thought that was a giant.
Giant in comparison.
We were tiny.
And it takes the king a while to remember. Actually, I'm going to make him make a history check to see if you remember.
I just
this.
turn and look at you. Your god sucks.
Actually, it's your god.
No. My god messed with his god. His god put us in the toilet.
No, it's your god.
No, it was your god.
No, because we were ushered in to have an audience with his god, and then he was going to give us a task, and he was like, never mind, I changed my mind.
That was all your god.
Agree to disagree.
Well, luckily for you, the king doesn't quite remember the incident. But
You were too small, and it was very odd.
But
Very uncomfortable.
he does have a kind of a sense of I've seen these people before. And he says, you must be the squandered.
Indeed, your royal highness.
Mance is playing this back, realizing you guys might be right, but...
Pascal Drawn here has given a report of the incident which took place in the city of Church. He says that you fought admirably and bravely against a demon incursion.
Yes, we
For
did.
this you have my gratitude. It is not common to find people of sufficient skill and also bravery enough to overcome such an opponent. Okay. There's more. I also have a question as well. It is my understanding that you, he points at Krishna, are a squire to one of my knights, Chlorophyll. I'm sure you recognize them. It was recently discovered that Chlorophyll, it would appear that he has passed in his line of duty in the town of Anvillion. I was hoping that you would know perhaps a little bit more of the detail as to his passing and also the destruction of the citizens of that town.
Shadowfell came over the city, whole bubble of darkness, and originated from orb in the mind. Covered the whole city, and slowly, one by one, everybody died.
Or all at once.
Or all at once. Who knows? We didn't get there until like the very end. Chlorophyll was.
He fought bravely, King Dan.
He did write a note for those who found him.
An illicit amethyst mine south of town with a magical orb in it. However, the town is returned to the material plane. We entered the Shadowfell and defeated the source of the evil, and returned back.
Is this true?
Oh, please, King, allow me. I will cast Zone of Truth.
Okay, because he has no idea if you're telling the truth.
Okay, I'll cast Zone of Truth. A circle of light appears on the floor. I'll step into it, and then I'll repeat everything I said.
Ah, perfect. Excellent. He says, well done. This was something I did not even know about. I mean, I've sent my magical knights to go and secure the city once the bubble disappeared. And they discovered the unfortunate demise of the townsfolk, and they also discovered the mine in which you are talking about. However, I did not know that you were the ones to defeat the great evil there and to return the town to normal. This is, in addition to your good deeds in church, this is quite incredible. And you have my deepest gratitude. Yes, I thank you. Let's see what happens next. There is something about you that just tugs at my memory. I'm almost wondering if perhaps there is a hand of fate upon you. If it is pleasing, I would desire for my seer to come and take a look at you. Perhaps tell us a little bit more about your fates and your futures. I'd like to know if I should try to. I'm not sure what I want, but if it's not an issue, I would like for my seer to come and examine.
All of us or just him?
All of you.
Why not?
Yeah.
Sounds good to me, your reader.
Is her orc friend still with us?
Sorry, which one?
Is the orc friend with us?
She would have been detained by the guards at the door. You can kind of see her in the back, but she wasn't allowed to come into the hall with everybody else. All right, the king is going to turn to one of his advisors that's just standing there ready, and he's going to chat with him, and he's going to run off. It takes just a couple minutes. But eventually, a wizened old man will come into the room. He looks a lot like your typical Merlin look-like would be. Long beard, old. He's just old. But he says he comes into the room, escorted by one of the guards. And he says, "If it pleases you, my king, I will take a look at these your royal subjects and see what I can glean from them." So at this point, another one of the attendants is actually going to come over, and upon a very stylish royal pillow, there's actually a piece of armor, which he'll bring over to the wizened old man. He says, "It has been prepared," and he'll hand it over to the old man. Yes, as a matter of fact, for those who are watching closely, you actually do recognize it. It is very similar in appearance, and it does, in fact, have a symbol. Let's see what is the symbol. Where is the magic?
How hard it would be out of the city if we destroy this and
Oh, actually, I don't have it. Okay. The symbol is essentially an eating symbol. Let me see if I can find it.
Before he puts it on, I'm going to walk over to the old man in the road.
I don't think he puts it on. I think he just touches it.
This one.
Before he touches it, I want to walk over to him. I'm going to smooth his shoulders so that the robe is wrinkle free. What is your name, Seer?
I am Tormud.
Oh, okay. Carry on. Go back.
So yeah, the old man, he's going to pull up his leg. The piece of armor in question is a sabaton. Essentially, it's like the part that goes over your foot. Yeah, he's going to put it on. The instant it goes on his foot, he winces in pain. And he closes his eyes, and he will put his hands over his ears. And he'll slowly walk to each of you. And he's going to just reach out and touch every one of you one at a time. Is there anyone who wants to take any action to avoid being touched?
I was thinking about it.
What? No, she puts out her hand so he touches her hand.
Okay.
That's it.
Touches your hand. Touches yours. Touch.
Head.
What? When you say it looks, does this look like it could be a piece of the armor set that we were?
It's very similar. The armor that you originally saw, it's a bright chrome. Very.
Doesn't Martin have like a miniature of it? Okay.
I crushed that up and sold it.
Oh,
I needed powdered silver.
That's how you got the powder. I thought you got that from mine.
Yeah,
you probably got more from the market.
it is dwarvish in appearance, so there is that too.
I don't think I'm gonna resist letting him touch, but I'm very reluctant to do so.
He comes in and he's like, okay, fine.
Yeah. Old man just heals you up. Alright, yeah, he's gonna touch everyone in turn. And then he's gonna walk back to his little place where he had, and he's going to take it off. The moment he takes it off, the look of pain no longer is on his face. And he will address the king. And he says, I have seen many things about these. My advice is such. It seems to me like they do have a part to play within the prophecy I gave 5 years ago, although what part I cannot say. I also advise that you not trust them until they have earned your trust, for I see many strange and odd things about this group.
Is he standing in my circle of truth?
Yes. If you haven't up still.
Well, that's a while.
Yeah. That is my advice, King. He bows and slowly wobbles off.
Seer, before you go, I'm a mite bit curious about that piece of fine ware that you just brought out. Where by chance did you come across such a unique piece?
Well, this is a family heirloom of mine.
And he can say that truthfully.
It's been in my family for many generations. It helps me to see My magical ability sometimes allows me to create prophecies of the future. Always they come true. However, this magical item here, it essentially enhances this ability. It allows me to perceive things that I wouldn't ordinarily perceive, and it can sometimes trigger my magical ability, thus increasing the likelihood for a prophecy.
Was the doomsaying the prophecy you gave 5 some odd years ago?
Ah, yes. I'm surprised you're not familiar with it.
No.
But yes, it is.
Okay.
And are you aware of the history of that? The armor from whence that piece belongs?
I am not. I only understand how it functions and the effect that it has upon me.
You know we speak truthfully as we stand in this circle. Many, many souls have been imprisoned to power the armor that piece belongs to. And we have been tasked by them to destroy it.
Oh yeah, say that. Good job. Hey,
I'm not
King
s-
Dan.
I am.
This guy just declared our desire to destroy this armor piece. Shut up!
It is my desire. I cannot speak. Did not say that I would destroy it here and now.
Just sworn to it.
The king is listening intently. His interest is piqued.
That's all I have to say on it.
I see.
I am not a man of great means. I don't deign to think that I could steal from the king's advisor and walk away.
And that's why you don't say it.
If what you say is true, it is my job as king to judge. And the way that I judge is I try to look at things as a balance. This tool that Tormund uses is very useful. I have no doubt that it is going to be part of the reason that this country survives the desolations that are to come. The question I have is, do you think that it'd be worth having this invaluable ability to glimpse into the future? Is it worth sacrificing this in order to free these souls that you speak of?
I think anyone that would rely on such ill-gotten power doesn't deserve the life that they carve out. I don't blame you or this man for ignorance, but just as you need to be able to trust us, if you seek our aid, know that that someone who would use such a thing knowing from whence the power comes, it is not someone I would lightly choose to do business.
I understand.
I can only speak for myself. Though these here are my friends, we each come from various lands and different backgrounds of intent. I do not deign to speak for everyone here.
I would not have it be said that King Dan will be known as a harsh and unlistening king. Thus, I propose that we meet halfway. My advisor has said that there's many secrets about you, and to only trust you once you've gained my trust. Now, standing in the zone of truth, I believe that what you think you are saying is absolutely true. And as a king who worries about not just the physical well-being, but also the spiritual well-being of his citizens, but at the same time having a need for this tool to help us get through what is to come. If you will continue to gain my trust, show me that you have the best interests of this kingdom in mind, and at the conclusion of our conflict, at this point I will give up this piece of magic, as I will no longer have a need for it.
As I said, its destruction did not need to be today. I can agree to that.
They've waited 8,000 years.
Let it be
8,000
so.
years to be here.
Let it be so. Now,
Your Royal Highness. Highness.
Someone smack him upside the face.
Which conflict do you refer to?
Ah, yes, that would be the war with the orcs.
Not the one with the spiders?
Spiders?
So many desolations I can't keep track.
Just don't ignore how
I need to speak with a few people in town, and then I may have something to report. It's nothing to be concerned about for now.
I haven't updated the board in a while.
Another 10 months or so. No need to worry about it for another 10 months or so.
Interesting.
Why did you declare war on the orcs?
Well,
The king's not in his own truth. I don't think.
Oh, is he not?
It's not that big.
We should read the doomsaying first. That's why.
Good point.
yes, it is to prevent the calamity which is to fall upon us.
Who told you about this calamity?
It seems to me you are unfamiliar with the prophecy.
Yeah, we're not from around here.
So snap his fingers.
Are you from this world?
Yeah.
Still figuring himself out.
It was hit on
This is
really
a
hard by
quest.
those
A quest of self-discovery. Where am I from? I don't know.
This guy
Who
in
am I?
Alicia.
I don't know. What's my personality?
But the king
I
will,
do know I
will,
want to persuade somebody.
gesture, and they'll bring the old man back in. He's just shuffling slowly.
Learning what I can do.
And the king will command that he repeats the prophecy. Which I'm actually just going to message it to everyone because it's kind of long.
Oh yeah, throw that in the lore chat.
Although we need to have somebody
Me
read it out loud because I am really proud of it. And I wrote it like 3 years ago, but it's super applicable to this party. Let's see. Discord.
My phone's going to die if I open it right now.
What do you do to charge? What plug do you use? iPhone.
Oh, you're not still charging yours?
No. Do you have a cord?
Nope, not in here.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I have that exact same electronics bag though.
Let's see.
Where is it?
Pass those over, Trump.
Doom saying. It's not working.
Did I miss the doom saying?
No.
I'm
Not
looking it up real quick. I'm going to post it in the Discord.
Oh, sweet.
There it is.
I think that's 3 butt phones I've gotten so far.
But wait, there's more.
Report.
Heinieness, your Heine.
Oh, that's Eperon. Hold on. Anvillion, there we go.
spaces in the door.
Go. Just get out. Move. When I say go, I mean go.
All right. I need someone with a beautiful voice to read this for all of us.
Well, that bugs me out.
Miles. Yes, Miles.
That's not as long as I thought you were going to have a lot longer. Page after page.
You have to say it in like a dramatic prophecy sort of a voice. Emily!
Oh, I can't just say it like the person that just could care less but is forced to like it.
I'll read it out loud.
Fire Nation
This is the NPC that's saying it, so I'll just read it
I
out.
want to hear him say it.
Much voice.
Wait, let's wait for Emily.
I
Emily!
can read it. I don't know what voice is going to come out of it, but
Whatever voice.
What did Emily say?
She didn't. Helping Raylan, because Raylan
But
had a problem.
Raylan had a problem with her current, apparently. No idea.
All right. Aww.
Yeah, dude, I'm freaking proud of this thing.
Should I read it ahead of?
Yeah, she can read it later. But no, don't read it ahead.
No, she's coming there.
I want everyone to get raw. Oh yeah, unless you already read it. Emily?
I only got about 6 lines in. I'm a very slow reader.
I read the first
over it.
2.
Yeah, whatever.
words.
She can read it later. Let's read it now.
Not the last words were all right, so just read it out loud. As for this warning to be heeded, build your strength, it will be needed. Ye men of iron with arms of steel, forged in fire, for can you feel? The pain of loss from hearts now turned, to hate shall cause your homes to burn. Beware the moon for magic craved, yet by moon's light shall ye be saved. Or will you cower upon the hour, when creation's staff this land devour? For who will know friend from foe, before that great and mighty blow? By thunder's sound you will be blessed. Take care, beware, for here is death. Both are found in the west. Much at stake, the old one awake. Doom is soon, gloom or boon. All the world he will consume.
The king will say yes. Directly to the west are the orcs.
Oh, okay. I didn't get that at all.
They're in the almost to last stanza. It says that the threat is to the west.
Yeah, I saw that part.
How far west can you go with finding more
Where's
and
the
more
map?
people?
To the map.
Maybe
It's
the
over here.
orcs aren't the only ones. Do you think about that, King?
Oh yeah, let's insult the king in his throne.
The way that I see it, you can let destiny
Desire
happen
to
upon
destroy
you.
his stuff? No, so tell me he's an idiot. That's perfect.
The way I see it, you can let destiny happen upon you, or you can try to bring about your own destiny. In this instance, I chose, and I believe I chose correctly. The orcs are bloodthirsty, ravenous beasts. They'd kill you just as soon as look at you.
This didn't come
Sounds
in a
like
dream.
that makes both of you.
Didn't come in a dream.
No, it's
Okay, just making sure.
Those are
Sleeping well,
very-
dreaming well.
the orcs, by the way, they live here
Where?
in Nard.
Narg? Is that the whole island?
So, here. This is where you are.
Mm-hmm.
This is where the orcs of Nard live.
Yes.
That's east.
Oh.
King's not good at this.
He's mixed up the whole time!
Never eat soggy waffles.
We're changing the doom saying.
Because that's...
Are you telling me I waged war on the wrong people?
That's what I did!
Spiders are to the west!
Spiders are to the west.
We need to find Winston and kill him.
Turns out the king was looking at the map upside down.
He figured it out a long time ago, and he's just like, I hereby decree that east is now west, and west is now east.
I understand the protesters now.
Oh, man.
I thought it said east.
There we go. A little bit of turn of phrase.
Death and actually also work disease both are found in
I feel silly now.
What was it before death and
I wrote this thing like 3 years ago, guys.
Yeah.
Death and distress. Out of the west. Good save.
But yes, I prefer to this. It may be a self-fulfilling prophecy, but at the very least, I can say that I was concise and took action.
those get described.
Are you bleeding?
Things,
Does anything like
right?
Did look like she got hit in the face, though.
But I invite all of you to familiarize yourselves with the prophecy. I will have my scribes give you a written copy for your leisure. But for now, you've already earned some trust for your good deeds in both rescuing what's left of the town of Anvillion, and then also defeating the demon in the city of Church. And as a good king, I think that this deserves a reward, which I shall give you now. For your good deeds, defeating the demon, I will allow free access to the Great Royal Library. You'll find that there is no greater accumulation of knowledge upon all the land. Let's see what else I can do. On paper. He also says that if you desire to stay in the city of Anvillion, he will make sure that you are granted both housing and food up to 1 month's time. Also, for your good deeds in the city of Anvillion, he is going to grant specifically to Krishna, but to the party as a whole, ownership of the amethyst mine.
Dang. Done.
So make of that what you will. That's it for boons. However, he will continue to say, the more you gain my trust, the more you will be rewarded for your good deeds. The favor of a king can go a long way indeed. I invite you to stay and enjoy the hospitality of our grand city. You should know that there is a tournament coming up within a couple of weeks. If you desire to join my magic knights, you simply need to defeat one of my champions there, and you'll be allowed to join the ranks, as Krishna here has already done.
Yeah, without defeating anyone.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I forgot. You have been promoted.
Oh.
As Chlorophyll had no other squires,
Oh, yes.
you will now be taking his position. I will have my armorers construct a set of rust armor for you.
Rust armor?
Yeah.
That's just the color.
There's no special functions, I'm sure.
Right? Because like that's
yeah.
the bottom rung.
That's the bottom rung of the Magic Knights. But there is a pay increase. also should make it known that the Jarl of Nordstrom has requested to meet you.
The Jarl of Nordstrom.
I hear they're having a
Is he
sale.
one of the barons?
No, he is.
It's essentially an earl. Jarl Earl.
He is the leader of the Nords.
Well, I'm not surprised. We resurrected his deity.
Oh yeah.
There was that.
That's small. It is quite a ways from here, however, I believe that he would be most glad to make your acquaintance if you ever make your way over to those lands.
Why did you do that? Now faith means nothing.
At this point, Taskeldron is actually going to go up to the king and mutter a few things. And what the king is going to say next is that there is actually something that you can do to increase my trust in you.
Who's Tasseldron?
Taskeldron, Thenesia's best friend.
Oh,
The one knight who brought us here.
oh yeah.
He's the silver magical knight. But yeah, the king's like, yeah, there is actually something you can do to increase my trust and for which you will be rewarded. It is my understanding that a few of Taskeldron's magical knights, they were sent down into the sewers to investigate some strange happenings, but that they have not returned. If you wish to further gain my trust, I would ask of you to go and find what happened to these magical knights, and safely return them if you can.
We'd be happy to explore your plumbing.
That one was good.
Oh, sorry. There was one more thing I wanted to do tonight that I forgot about. But with that, you may leave. So yeah, unless anyone has something they want to just yell at the king.
I am a supreme being!
Yes, I yell that.
Taskeldron will lead you. He'll lead you out of the keep and back into the area outside of the keep.
Okay, I was looking really close as we were walking in and out. Here, I think, are the castle's weaknesses, and if we give really siege to it.
That's a fair thing to glean.
We just started fighting in the king's quarters.
All right, you didn't answer when she made that insight for a natural 20. He's perfectly who he says he is.
Yes.
Okay, nothing to suspect.
There's a King Dan.
Certainly King Dan.
King Dan.
And currently in complete control of his faculties.
Seems to be so.
Are there any magical item shops?
Yes. But before you can go looking for something, everyone hears a sharp cracking noise. And everyone turns towards Vance.
Oh.
His head is making a cracking noise, like his skull is breaking.
Is it the egg?
Yes, and the egg is in fact cracking.
I was like, is he dying? I'm hungry.
It has been a couple of days.
His brain is trying to escape from his skull.
Good thing you have one slave left over.
One what?
One
No,
slave left
that's
over.
not what they're for.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, give me 1 second. I'm going to show what.
Yeah, how
Patch is
dare
going
I
to say.
assume that the brain eater brought around a person to eat their brains?
I'm not a cattle person. I don't just raise them and feed them and then eat them.
Oh, you like yours free range?
Yes.
Makes it taste better. No added hormones.
All right. I just
Makes
posted
them
under
taste better when
images.
they're smarter. The dumb ones don't taste very good. What?
It's not a tribble.
What is it?
Ew.
Wait, what is so furry? It's kind of cute.
It looks up at you with one of its eyeballs and goes.
Wait, where is this?
It's in
The
images
images.
in the Discord.
Where did you get the egg again?
From
What did I get the egg?
You got it from your patron, Marie.
But how did I end up with it? Like, was it just
You got it from the temple
Images?
because you were at, you were
Yes.
like you went to the temple there in church
yes?
asking for like a boon, and I
It
believe
is.
one of the
Oh
priests.
my
just,
god, it's
like,
the
handed
cutest
you the
thing I've
egg.
ever seen in my entire life. I'm in love with it, says Vexlar. In a very masculine tone, because I am an all-powerful being.
Are those tentacles on it?
Or are those horns?
Yeah.
Those are horns.
Ooh. All 5 of them, or however many.
1,
there
2,
are?
3, 4, 5. Yep.
Nice. I was gonna say Vexlar has tentacles like you, but
I mean,
Hit the
horns are just
library?
hard tentacles.
yeah, I want to hit the library.
Yeah. Look up your critter.
Oh, that too.
Oh my gosh.
I want to look up
Yes.
this Order of the Moon people that we learned a little bit about.
Ah, to the library. Well, it is 9 o'clock, so
yeah, not
Yeah.
necessarily tonight, but
that's what I'll plan for the next time we go. Is we'll start at the library. I'll also plan for all the other Anvillion places too, like the School of Magic and
And the plumbing.
the plumbing. So that's what we'll do next time. Unless you guys decide to just leave.
Nope.
I was
kicking
kicking myself.
Which is always an
right
option.
past church and forgot to sell the worship-related items that we found.
I'm gonna pause it right there.
I'm not selling much. That's one shield.